state-owned Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, has started fabrication work on the prototype of the first indigenous man-portable air defense systems, MANPADS, as per tender documents available publicly and as informed to idru.org. Indian Army's $1.5 billion Very Short-Range Air Defense, or VSHORAD program has been in shambles due to delays over complaints made by other competitors in the competition. New MANPADS will have a dual-band infrared homing seeker or multispectral optical seeker weighing less than 25 kilograms, with fire and forget capability. The Indian Air Force, IAF, is working feverishly with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, and the Aeronautical Development Agency to develop the Indigenous Advanced Multi-Role Combat Aircraft, AMCA. The modular design of the fifth-generation twin-engine single-seat aircraft is said to be finalized. That is what we are putting our energies into, ACM Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhadoria said recently. More than most of his predecessors, Bhadoria has supported the need to focus on indigenous design and manufacturing. 6 squadrons of AMCAs are planned initially. The first flight is expected in 2024-25, followed by trials and tests. It will be in full production by 2029, to be followed by the Mk2 version by 2036. Amid the Make in India mantra, HAL could soon announce a JV along with the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, and a private company to progress the AMCA program. Once signed, it will be the first time the private sector has worked on the same platform as HAL rather than just being a tier supplier. With the Rafales arriving in the country in the middle of a dispute with China, the Indian Air Force is further boosting the capabilities of the combat aircraft by equipping it with the Hammer missiles from France. The order for the Hammer standoff missiles with the capability to take out any types of targets at the range of around 60 to 70 kilometers is being processed under the emergency powers for acquisition given to the armed forces by the Narendra Modi government. The order for the Hammer missiles is being processed and the French authorities have agreed to supply them to us at a short notice for our Rafale combat aircraft, government sources told ONI. In view of the urgent requirement for these missiles by the Air Force, the French authorities would be delivering the systems to India from the existing stock meant for some other customer, they said. Hammer, Highly Agile Modular Munition Extended Range, is a medium-range air-to-ground weapon designed and manufactured for the French Air Force and Navy initially. The Hammers would give India the capability to take out any bunkers or hardened shelters in any type of terrain including the mountainous locations such as eastern Ladakh, the sources said. The Indian Army's impending winter deployment along the disputed Line of Actual Control, LAC, in eastern Ladakh promises to be a precipitous Himalayan replay of the 10-month-long Operation Parakaram against Pakistan that ended in October 2002. The only difference, however, between the two deployments is that the Indian Army will not, for the foreseeable future, be able to pull back from the LAC like it did in Operation Parakaram, launched in December 2001 in response to the attack on India's parliament by 5 Pakistan-backed gunmen. The situation on the border between India and China has not been clamped down yet. As promised, China was to withdraw its troops, but it has not done yet. Meanwhile, India is on alert. The Uttarakhand government has now proposed that the Air Force should build at least 3 landing grounds in the state, so that there is no problem in delivering goods to the border in difficult times. The Uttarakhand government has said that the Indian Air Force should build 3 modern airstrips in Chamoli, Uttarkashi and Pithoragarh areas. Last year, there was an approach from the Air Force. Now State CM Trivendra Singh Rawat has written a letter to the Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in this regard.
Please subscribe to Daily Defense Digest for more such videos.